Welcome to Portland VA's Mindfulness Institute meditation series. My name is Tim Wright, and today's practice is choiceless attention or open awareness. So gently finding a comfortable and dignified posture, preferably sitting in a chair or on a cushion if it's available to you. And if it feels safe to you, gently closing the eyes. Connecting with the physical sensations of sitting as a way of grounding the attention in this moment. Sensations in the upper legs, the backside, lower back. Sensations of contact and pressure between the feet and the ground beneath you. And when you're ready, gently shifting the attentional focus onto the sensations of breathing. Perhaps taking a couple of deeper breaths if it's helpful to settle the mind. And just noticing wherever the sensations are strongest. Perhaps the belly or the chest or the nostrils. Choosing one point of focus, one anchor into the present moment. And every time the mind is distracted or wanders away, jumps back into busy mode, doing mode, just simply noticing, acknowledging the distraction. And if it's helpful, perhaps using a gentle noting technique, thinking, remembering, planning, and gently bringing the attention back to the breath and to the sensations of breathing as many times as you need to. Noticing where the mind is now. And if it's not with the breath, acknowledging the distraction and perhaps using a label before you choose to focus the attention back on the sensations of breathing. Relaxing with the breath without adding extra layers of effort. Just simply opening awareness, perhaps with an attitude of curiosity to the sensations that show up as the breath flows in, the lungs inflate, and then gently the lungs deflate and the breath flows out. one breath at a time. You notice the mind settling with each breath. Or you may notice that that's not the case for your experience, and that's okay too. The intent is just simply to bring awareness to what is without it needing to be any particular way. And gently shifting the focus of awareness, letting go of the breath, and opening to the sensations of sound. Noticing the different qualities of sound, the pitch, the volume, the timbre. Perhaps there are sounds in the room that you're in. Perhaps there are sounds outside. Noticing if the mind is reaching out for particular sounds, or perhaps trying to push others away. And as best you can, settling back, opening up to whatever sound sensations are present. You may notice the mind placing labels on different sounds or trying to find out what they are. Every time the mind jumps into this conceptual mode, just acknowledging and making the choice to come back to the bare sound sensations themselves. Anytime the mind is distracted and you notice yourself lost in thought or planning mode, just acknowledging and coming back to the sound sensations, however many times you need to. You may notice that some sounds have an associated pleasant or unpleasant quality to them. You like some but don't like others. Again, just noticing this evaluation, these judgments, and as best you can, coming back to the sounds themselves. Now gently letting go of the sounds as the object of attention and shifting the focus to physical sensations, sensations in the body. Noticing if there's any particular area of the body or group of sensations which are calling for your attention. And just allowing the mind to bring awareness, a gentle awareness, to whatever sensations are present in the body. Paying particular attention to how those sensations may shift and change, or perhaps feel solid and fixed. And as sensations do ebb and flow, just noticing how the mind perhaps shifts from one area of the body to the next. Again, you may notice the mind coming up with all sorts of stories or memories and words and evaluations about particular sensations, even attempts and strategies to fix it, to change the sensations. To the extent possible, noticing these elaborations around the sensations and letting go and coming back to the bare sensations themselves, the aching, the throbbing, the tingling, the warmth, the cold. Simply watching. Gently letting go of physical sensations, but staying with the body and noticing if there's any particular emotional tone or energy that may be present in the body. May show up as a sense of restlessness, or a sense of fatigue or tiredness, or a sense of contentment and relaxation. And if emotions are present in your awareness, perhaps noticing where in the body they may show up. Or if perhaps there's a mix of emotions, or perhaps simply a lack of emotions, a sense of numbness. Just noticing whatever is here in your emotional landscape in this moment, without trying to create anything, or have a particular emotional experience. And similar with other objects of attention, the mind may have a tendency to kick into story mode around these emotions, the context, the events, the history from which they perhaps arose. Again, as with other parts of the practice, just acknowledging this, not pushing it away or invalidating it, but simply staying with the underlying emotional tone and quality of emotional experience to the extent possible. And gently letting go of emotions and bringing awareness to thoughts or thinking patterns or particular stories. Some of these stories may be very familiar. The intent, the invitation in this practice is to simply observe the quality of thinking. If it's a particular story, you may even want to put a label on it. Oh, that's the what I ate for lunch story. Whenever you get drawn into the stories themselves, lost in the narrative, so to speak, just acknowledging and seeing if you can step back, as if you're watching the thoughts on a screen in front of you, rather than being absorbed into the movie itself. Noticing perhaps the quality of the thoughts. Is the mind moving fast or slow? Is there a pleasant or unpleasant flavor to the thinking patterns? Just simply observing. And now, letting go of thinking or thoughts as the object of attention, and shifting into an open awareness or choiceless attention practice. For this practice, the intent is to broaden the field of awareness without any particular agenda, without choosing to focus on one particular object of attention. Rather, opening up the field of awareness and noticing what shows up. Perhaps a thought, a sound, a smell, a physical feeling, sensation, and whatever arises, simply observing it without grasping onto it or pushing it away, without adding any extra layers of elaboration or judgment to the extent possible. It can often be helpful to use a noting technique here. So as a thought arises, one might say thinking, or as physical sensations show up, one might say pulsing. And then just settling back and allowing the natural arising and passing of experience to emerge without needing to do anything. If you notice the mind being pulled into one particular object of attention, just acknowledging, again, perhaps using that gentle labeling technique, and then choosing to open awareness, connecting to that sense of spaciousness around the object of attention, the thought, the sound, the physical sensation. And allowing it to simply pass until the next object of attention shows up. Settling back and resting in awareness. The mind may find itself pulled into a particular story or thinking pattern, one that may feel in this moment particularly important to focus on. If that's the case, this is just simply another opportunity to acknowledge a passing object of attention arising into the field of awareness. Perhaps using a label for the story, and simply watching without holding on to it or struggling against it, as it naturally arises and passes of its own accord without any effort on your part, until the next one shows up. Each time the mind closes in around one particular sound, feeling, whatever it might be, acknowledging, and then making the choice to open up again, to settle back, and to connect with this stance of witnessing and observing, and perhaps even being curious about what's going to show up next. Not grasping and not pushing away. Simply watching. Perhaps noticing the quality of awareness that may be present. It feels alert and attentive, open and curious. Or if there's a sense of tiredness, sleepiness, sense of boredom perhaps. Each of these becomes just simply another object of attention. As we continue to open up to the present moment. moment after moment.